out with them. See, you can say you don't expect chivalry because you never received it. You expect to be treated right.
Correct.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Don't play the semantics game with me, Callie. It's me. We
I
family.
have to. I have to,
Yeah,
Hamp.
we
Come on now.
family. All right, let me get Joy in with all this smiling. What's up, Joy?
Perfect.
Yeah, no, this is interesting because my experience have been a little bit different. Like I said, I always treat the people I've been with the way I like to be treated. So I'll pay for things. I'll give you emotional, time. I check like I do those things because that's what I like, right? So you mentioned reciprocity. So if I'm showing you this, you should be showing me this, right? And like my last two relationships, they ended quickly because it wasn't reciprocitarian enough for me. You know what I mean? That's not a word, but you guys get
No,
my
I
drift.
catch your drift.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
so I was quick.
reciprocity.
And then the relation, my children's father, I was with him for over 7 years, and I was like, okay, no, I cannot. I learned quickly. Like, I'm not going to do this for another 7 years. You know what I mean? Or 7+ years. Um,
Wait,
so
seven
now I'm
years is quickly.
sorry.
7 years is quickly.
That's what I said. I'm not gonna do this for another 7 years plus. So no. My last two relationships was 2.5 months and 3.5 months. I was like, oh no,
Okay.
yeah. So I was like, I'm not gonna do the 7 years plus things no more. So you know what I mean. If you can't catch on of me pouring, if I told you all the things I did, you'd be like, whoa, she was something. Because when I go into a relationship, I'm going for for me, it's like this is it. I'm not if I'm going to be committed to you, then this is it. If I'm going to have fun, then it's established early on this is just for fun. But if we're doing this for real, then this is for real. And it's supposed to be eternity, right? So I give my all from jump. If once we've established, okay, we're going in, I give my all. You know what I mean, in all aspects. Not like I said, not just monetary. Um, like when I say I give my time, I give my attention. I can't cook, but I'll get someone to cook for you, or I'll get a Uber or something.
Please, Joy, don't say that you don't cook.
I
They're gonna
can't.
have
I
a
would love
riot. They're
to.
gonna have a riot.
I would love to. Like when I say I'm honest here, right? I love to
Okay.
eat. I'm a Libra. I love to eat. I like money, and I like
Shout
nice
out to the
things. So
Libras.
you know what I mean. But I can't cook. But I've been fortunate enough. All my male partners I've been with have been they could cook. So I've been
Okay.
fortunate in love. That's the one thing I won't do, but I will wash the dishes, do the laundry, all of that sort of stuff. You know what I mean? Um, so I say all that to say is I give my all when I'm in a relationship. I don't hold back. You know what I mean? And I expect that in return. And if I don't get that in return, I can't keep waiting on that. Like you
I'm
said,
just saying.
you want these husbandy things, you have to do wifey things. If I'm doing ride or die things now and you not, like, why am I still hanging around? So I just move on to the next. But I'm in a stage of my life now where I'm not looking for any relationship. If something happens, then so be it. But I've told the people that I'm in communication with that I'm not ready for no commitment. I'm not in that space. That's not where I am right now. And I'm not exclusively dating you. So everybody I'm talking to is aware that I might go on a date with this person, that person, that person, that person, and everybody's fine with that. So I'm upfront from jump because I'm old. For me, I say I'm old. I'm going to be 37 this year. So to me, I'm old. I'm up there. I'm close to my 40. I don't have time to be playing. Oh no, I'm serious. And if we're not serious, let's know that's what it is. Let's not pretend. No, no, no. I have two grown kids. I say grown. I got a 10-year-old and a 7-year-old, and they're both boys. So I can't be playing around at all. So that's
So
kind of
how,
where my mindset is.
Okay.
so
Yeah, I'm like at
And
two
their
so
months
how
we
father
can
just
you
is
be
talking
from
dating?
anyway.
So
Chicago.
wait. So
Their
how can
father
you
is
be
from
dating multiple
Chicago.
people but you talking about you serious though?
No, I'm saying, no, I'm saying, if I'm serious and I'm serious right now, I'm not in that space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when I'm in a relationship, I'm serious. Right now, I'm not in that space because I really
So
don't
right
have
now
time.
you playing games. You just
No, not playing games. Right now, I'm just being me.
You in these streets or no?
right.
Oh
You
no, no,
outside.
no! I'm not in the. I'm
Having
not. I'm
fun.
very busy. I'm very busy. Like I'm
That's
extremely
what
busy.
dating is. Dating is dating multiples until you find the
Yeah.
right one. I'm not gonna go on 2 dates and lock in with you because you took me out to Olive Garden.
Yeah, I was about to
Oh
say
no,
she's just trying to
no.
figure it out.
Yeah,
She
Yeah,
figuring it
yeah,
she's
out.
we
trying
can't
to
see you,
figure out
so
who she's most compatible with.
Oh, I'm not even. I'm not even. I'm just. I'm not. I'm not even doing that. Like I said, I'm not in the space to commit at this time. I've invested so much of my time and resources to that previously. So right now, I'm not. I'm not. I'm here to just do my work because I'm very busy and focus on my kids. But if someone wants to go on a date with me, yeah, sure, we can
what
talk. We
if?
can converse.
All right, let me
Yeah,
ask
so
y'all.
like if you go on a date with somebody, does that mean y'all go together or something? Like what are
No,
you talking
it's
Oh
about?
not
no.
mean it don't mean that you
Exactly.
go together, but what I'm asking you is this: how many if you guys work I don't know what y'all work like, how are y'all finding time to date multiple different people and actually get to know multiple different people on top of being moms or working? Like I just don't have that much time. I don't.
Right. So I do a lot of things. I a lot of my work is online. I'm a full-time
Okay.
mother of two, homeschooled. My children are homeschooled, so I'd be in the house most of the time. But I do travel. So I just got back from DC and Miami, and I went on 2 dates with two different people that I've been talking to over the phone, over the phone, internet, and whatnot. So when I go on trips, I might go on a date or two. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so my lifestyle, I don't have like a 9 to 5, so I can move around as I need to.
Did
Like
you
I said,
say you did a virtual date, Joy? Did I hear
oh
correctly? Like you
no
did
no
a
no no
virtual date?
He works
Oh,
no,
No.
okay.
virtually.
I
no
thought
no
that's what you said.
uh-uh,
Okay.
uh-uh.
She
No,
just
if I
says talking
travel,
online.
yeah,
All right,
so
all
we'll
Oh,
right,
talk
all right,
okay.
all
online
right,
or
guys.
whatever.
All right. So, Aaliyah, what are you hearing before I read the super chats and tell y'all what I'm hearing?
Um, so what I got from what Joy just said, she said that she was waiting for people to reciprocate the energy that she was giving out. Like she was doing things that she was treating people how she would want to be treated. And when I heard her say that, I'm in my head like, well, were you treating them how they wanted to be treated rather than how you thought they wanted to be treated because of how you want them to treat you? And then I was just trying to mine that out of my head and just like listen to what she was saying. So that's just what I got. Like, are you
I can respond. I can definitely
yeah,
respond. So
that's
yeah,
just
I was treating them how I wanted to be treated, and also how they needed to be treated. Because I got the response, "Oh my God, you're doing this! Oh my God, this is what I needed." I got those responses. You know what I mean? So
right.
seeing,
So but
seeing,
like
seeing.
you see how you said how they needed to be treated? Like
Correct,
how did you determine that based on what? Like
because they
what
told me.
okay.
Yeah, because they told me. I've never had no one treat me like this before. Oh my God, this is what I was waiting for. Like things
So
like
you
that. Those they actually
Affirmation. Okay.
saying things. So I'm like, okay, because I love to love, and I know a lot of people lack love or don't know how to love. You know what I mean? So I give that love in hopes of them learning to love. You know what I mean? But
mhm.
you can't make someone do something. You know what I mean?
Right.
I understand that.
But some people also too
Come
are
on, Saad. Some. Come on.
because I don't know. I can't gauge if it's like the majority or the minority, but people are energy vampires. So when you are naturally like just a good pure soul, and that exudes out of you, I resonate with what Joy's saying because some people will latch onto that. And yes, they will tell you they need these things and they will show their appreciation. But in the same breath, they will also resent you for that and they will show you that.
Ugh. Okay.
And Soria
Suck your
knows me
soul.
Hey,
personally,
y'all.
so she knows the type of person I am.
Everybody, slow down. Slow down,
Sorry.
please. Please. Energy vampire and ghost work and shadow. Stop this shit. Joy, take this walk with me. If they loved how you loved them, why were these relationships only 2 and 3 months, respectively?
I just told you. He
'cause
said she loves him.
Yeah, I checked out. I was like, oh, okay.
This the
And you
thing.
can't relate.
No,
Sorry?
They were
I
energy
understand.
vampires. They were sucking the life out of us.
No, this would you gotta be honest with each other, right? That's not
Right.
how people respond to things that they like, respect, and appreciate. Things that they've never experienced before, there's no way they don't respond in kind to where now it lasts longer than 2 or 3 months, right? See, I'm looking at the time frame. And so if you are 1 in a million based on these old ass niggas experiences of 35, 36, 37, 38-year-old niggas, no, that's fluff. But the end result didn't end in, I've never seen this before. I've never been loved like this before, right? Because it would last longer than 2 and 3 months.
Yeah, I stopped when it wasn't reciprocated. So I stopped behaving that way. You know what I mean? I pulled back. I definitely pulled back.
But should you though? Like, shouldn't you still remain the person that you are?
I'm always gonna be me. But
Yeah.
it's a reflection. You know.
But she's not gonna remain like
I'm not gonna just be giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and giving and not receiving. That's not reciprocity.
Listen.
So
yeah.
I'm
I feel like
You're speeding. It was 2 months. Like, let me ask you a question.
What happened in 2
Did
months?
these gentlemen live with you?
No.
Were you having sex with them?
I did.
Did they meet your children?
One of them did.
Yeah. So this relationship is still in development, right? So if you say in 2 months I stopped giving myself that I naturally am.
So 1 second, the person that met my children and family member, that was not 2 months. That was 3.5 months.
Ooh.
And 1.5.
I got you.
It wasn't just 2 months.
Okay.
I would have left that alone.
And think about this. Think about the threshold that you crossed, Joy, with this man, and you said in 3 months you stopped giving what's naturally you, right? You let him meet your children.
Yes, correct.
You gave him your body.
Correct.
When you make those level of commitments, right? You need to commit to being there steadfast, being your full self longer than just 3.5 months, because you cross 2 thresholds that we really should only cross with people that we expect to go the long haul with. See, that's what gives me cause for pause. That's why I'm trying to clearly reconcile and understand what it is that you're saying.
And that is how I went into it.
Okay.
That is how I went into it. But I realized sooner that this isn't going to work because this person can't give me what I need. I'm giving them what they need or what they say they need, but they can't give me what I need. So I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna just give. Whether it's, like I said, I was in a relationship for 7+ years.
Yeah.
Doing that. So I learned quick now, like, no.
100%.
If they can't give it to me, then I'm not gonna wait for them to because I'm grown now. I don't have time for that anymore.
I understand, except for you gave him your body and you let him meet your children. And so you want to make sure that the treatment is consistent before you cross those type of thresholds. What I'm simply saying is, right, if you're willing to give them your body and let them meet your children, then that's a person that you maybe want to push through and continue to be yourself regardless of what they're doing, to see if they reciprocate for longer than 3.5 months, because you already did 2 things that are far beyond them reciprocating you being nice to them.
But based upon whose timelines and whose expectation?
Yours.
No, you're placing that on me.
Yeah, well, you're saying that. Well, let me ask you a question.
I can decide to give my body to someone day one, and it could be someone for the rest of my life. I can decide to wait a year, and it could be the wrong person. So you're placing those numbers on me, but no, I'm not doing that to myself.
Okay, so you're saying that
I went in with the intention of this is someone for life. I did other things that I'm not going to mention in terms of, like, really, you're like, damn, like, I really invested in this individual.
Okay. So you weren't firm on how they were treating you, but sex was okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, it's not just sex. Yeah, sex was okay for the time, that we did have sex.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, correct.
I accept your
because
retort.
I'm not
You got a delay now, right? Does it seem like she got like a little bit of a?
Yeah, my battery's about to die, but I just put the charger in.
Okay, I think you're back now. Okay, so you're saying sex is not like up there on the totem pole. How about the kid thing? Like they meet your kids, but you're not firm on the treatment of you.
Yes, he definitely met my kids. Again, that was on one occasion.
Okay.
And before that, he's been talking to them and stuff, and like I said, this was supposed to be a thing. You know what I mean, like a thing until we were like in person, and like got to spend time with each other, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I got you. And that, you see what I'm saying, Joy? Is like once you actually started spending real time, you found out that everything you are wasn't being reciprocated. And I just think that we cross so many thresholds that are uberly valuable that we seemingly minimize, But I understand what you're saying, right? That's just the thing that kind of gave me cause for pause that I wanted to mine through. Did any of the other ladies have any additional questions for Joy? Or y'all want to... Go ahead, Tay.
I didn't hear you say, did you tell the person that you were dating what your expectations were? Did you verbalize that?
Absolutely.
Not expect them to know, right?
No, absolutely. And
okay.
it was also said, but then actions didn't meet.
So do you think 2 to 3 months is not a very long time. I mean, I'm just trying to I reconcile, like I'm a budget analyst by day. So 2 to 3 months on average, and 7 years is that's a big gap. So I'm just wondering, would you have considered giving it more time or giving them more time to adjust and like give you what you needed? Because it just seemed you were like, oh, I'm not getting what I want and I'm out. Because that's how it sounded to me. So I was just wondering.
Yeah, it's absolutely that. I wasn't getting what I wanted, so I was out. I waited. I wanted to cut it short, but I waited. I gave grace and I gave warning. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
You're absolutely for right. What, 6 weeks? Like
no, I gave time. So I go on intuition. I go on intuition. So spirit was telling me no for a minute, but I was like, you know what? Let me give grace. Let me give, and then I couldn't do it no more. So I'm a very spirit-led person. I don't run by ones-on-ones as timelines.
So
no, for real, because this 7 years
I went over your legs, but you couldn't trust that person emotionally.
Yeah, so you can talk about opening your legs, and everybody sees it differently. But I would never be shamed for that. Like you cannot shame. No, because of the way you said it. You cannot shame the shameless. So I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people.
But you're bringing up spirituality, so I was just wondering if that's connected.
But everybody's spirituality is different.
Yeah, you can't exactly.
I'm not saying what it is. I'm asking.
What is your question?
I was wondering, what did you not think the spirituality was connected to that too, or so that's why I asked, because you mentioned spirituality. So I was just wondering,
be specific in the question you're asking.
Is the sex part not a part of your spirituality, or no?
Sex is absolutely spiritual, but I didn't get what I needed from the sex. The sex wasn't a spiritual experience. Yes, the sex wasn't a spiritual experience. There's fucking and there's divine relation. I wanted divine relation. I didn't get divine relation for that relationship. It was fucking. I was like, no, this is not me.
So is that the treatment you was talking about? Like he didn't fuck you right, so that's why you left in like 2 months?
Oh no, that's not it. That's not it. But she's talking about spirituality, so no.
Yeah,
that's not it.
I was about to say that's crazy.
She said she don't put time limits and stuff on there on stuff. That's what she said.
It's no difference than you meeting a man and then within a couple of months y'all married. She met someone and within a couple of months she realized that wasn't the person for her and she got the fuck on going. Instead of sitting there knowing the red flags, because y'all say we don't have standards, we don't stand on nothing, knowing that and just be like, oh, I just hope tomorrow he's gonna change. I hope tomorrow he's gonna get me. I hope tomorrow he's gonna love me. Like, no, she saw it wasn't working. There was a continued pattern and she got the fuck on.
Got it.
Now, I don't agree with like the bringing around the kids shit. Now, that's a little too much for me. But I got you on everything else, sister. I got you on that.
So he met my children once and they were at the grandparents' house. And that's when I took him to the grandparents' house. So I was very intentional. I don't bring anyone to my grandparents.
Oh, so he met your grandfather and stuff. Okay.
So in my parents' house, the children's grandparents' house. So
okay, your mom and dad. Okay.
Wait,
for me,
but
that was a serious thing. I don't just do that if it's not a serious thing, you know. So that's when he met my
Right.
children.
Her intentions was for it to be serious, but it
Yeah.
just didn't turn out that way.
Yes, that was the intention. Exactly, that was the intention.
Okay.
Tay, I think you're on a solid path, right? I think that people are allowed to just justify things with buzzwords, right? Regardless if Joy or even if Saad is saying, hey, she saw this is this, that is that, most reasonable people agree that giving your body, you can't just get to say, oh, it was just fucking this time and it was loving this time. Nah. Right? It's the same action. Right? But you get to water it down or saying it's not valuable here, but then you're looking for divine relations somewhere else whenever you think what exactly?
So you're talking about actions, and then there's also intentions. You can do an act.
But you had intent to be with this man.
Yes, I did, but I guess he didn't have the intention to be with me. So it has to be a mutual thing.
But that's the thing.
That's what made it.
But Joy, that's the thing, right?
Relation.
You saying that you wanted to be with this man, right? And so you're doing things to be with him, right? But you didn't know if he was going to reciprocate just stand up behavior, right? You chose to lay down with him and submit in that way, and he wasn't treating how he was supposed to when he was standing up, though. And you trying to like minimize that part when Tay is asking you about it.
No, I'm not minimizing anything.
Okay.
I'm just telling you my experience and how I felt going into it.
Okay.
Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but what I do is what I do.
This the part, right, that I was going to say. Maybe y'all just annoying.
Maybe.
Like maybe it's not like intimidation. Like maybe y'all just annoying in these interactions, right? Like I'm gonna be honest, when you start talking about divinity, spirituality, right, and then we can't find a baseline for it, it's like that shit is annoying. Like where is this coming from? And if your spirituality is so fluid, is it even real?
So spirituality is something that's personal to an individual.
Exactly my point of annoyance.
So we can't put a goalpost on spirituality because everybody's at different quote unquote levels.
Why?
Or how people interpret spirit is different. So you can't put a goalpost on that.
Why?
What you might find spiritual, I might not find spiritual.
Why?
And vice versa. So
Why?
you can't say, oh, that you're not a spiritual person.
Joy, I'm asking you a question. Why
not? Because
is it so fluid? Yeah, where does it come from? Where's it come
my
from?
spirituality is between me and the Most High.
Most High what?
Most High Divine Creator. That's my spirituality.
Where'd you get him? Where'd you get him from?
Greater.
Him or her.
From where? From where?
From me. That's me.
Where did you get God. Question, real quick.
God. I am Goddess. You see
real
my
quick.
Instagram, Goddess Joy.
Real quick, Joy.
I am me.
Real quick, Joy. Now remember, we got to make sure we listen. You said Most High, right? Where did you get that jargon from?
The Most High within me. That's me.
No. See, that's the thing, right? You didn't actually come up with that phraseology. You heard it from somewhere. I'm asking you where you heard it from, if you could be honest.
I don't recall. I'm not Christian. If you're going to allude to Christianity, I've never grew up in Christianity, so I'm not Christian.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not. I'm saying, where did you get that? So you don't know. So you don't know the origin of the Most High.
I know. I relate to it.
Okay, so you're saying you like how it sounds. Okay, so now
no, because you can say, where did you get the origin of the word the?
The
where
phrase.
Did you get we can just keep going. Where did we get the origin of the word origin? Where do we can just keep going?
Mm-hmm.
Where did we get the origin of the word asher? We can just keep going.
No,
now we're speaking a language together.
No, you misunderstand, right? So the Most High is actually a reference to a particular being, right? So for instance, you're not the Most High, right? You agree with that?
No, she just said she is.
I'm with one with the Most High.
She says
I'm one with
hold on, guys. Don't convolute it. Hey, okay. So Joy, this is my question. You're not the Most High. You agree with that?
I'm one with the Most High. I'm not the Most High in its entirety. It's a collective. I'm one with the Most High, though. Yes.
So you're in agreement, is your point? with the Most High?
I'm one with the Most High.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, right? This is a yes or no.
Okay.
Is the Most High a being, and there's a hierarchy? So is the Most High here and then Joy's here?
I'm one with the Most High.
No, I'm asking you, right? Based on hierarchy, are you saying that the Most High is here and you're also here?
I'll have to think about that. How I need to answer it, because I don't think you understand how I'm going about it.
I understand. Like for instance, like
this?
so you see Callie with the black shirt, right, in the corner. So.
Oh yes, I do.
Right. So this might be risky. We have an Instagram, right? Mm-hmm. So we're one in how the Instagram should be ran, right? Because we agree in ideology. This is good. This is good. Don't send me that. This is bullshit. Ignore that, etc. But there's a hierarchy in the Instagram, right? So I can say, no, Cal, don't send me that shit anymore. You see? But we're one because we agree. The ideology is aligned, right? But there's still a hierarchical system, right? Because I'm the proprietor. So I understand that. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not comprehending. So you mentioned Instagram.
It was an example, but maybe it was a guy. Okay. So this is what I want to get to, right? And salute to Joy, man. Right? Salute to Joy, right? We do got to get down to the nitty gritty with this Most High stuff and this spirituality that it kind of comes out of nowhere, and now it's has an arbitrary feel to it because nobody can hold us accountable because we make it possessive, right? We make it subjective, right? And so it doesn't have a real baseline, so we can't hold each other accountable because it's kind of like comes out of thin air, right? But what about this part? You're not intimidating. You're annoying.
Okay.
Not you, Joy. I'm talking everybody, right? It's 500 people here. I'm saying this is outside. We talked about the divine thing, Joy. We off that for a second. Now we just saying, I'm asking a general question. This intimidation thing, I don't think it's as prevalent as what y'all make it seem. You just get on a nigga nerves.